Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I want to kind of show you the power of AI and how to use it properly to get the best SEO targeted t-shirt designs, or not even just t-shirt designs, but any kind of print-on-demand type item that you can kind of create, whether it be for your own website or whether it be for a marketplace-based platform. You can kind of do a lot here. Now, I'm using GPT. And GPT is really, really cool because it's essentially like, imagine an amazing brain that's working with you 24/7. You can access it at any moment. Think of it like an assistant almost, but a genius assistant, right? So I asked here GPT, create for me 50 different hunting t-shirt design titles that have search traffic, so I can take these concepts and upload them to platforms like Redbubble, TeePublic, Etsy, PNG or SVG as PNG or SVG graphics, and even my own website. So I gave it a lot here to think about, right? I told it Redbubble, TeePublic, so I mentioned the marketplace platforms. I even mentioned Etsy, uploading your graphics, which maybe I could create more future videos on this YouTube channel about Etsy. Last year, I've done like this whole big Etsy thing where it wasn't big, but basically I kind of went through teaching you guys how I generate traffic for Etsy. I do not pay for ads at all on Etsy, and I get sales really consistently. So it's really good, but anyways, different video for a different time. And even my own website. And when I was referencing my own website, I probably should have been a little more specific, but basically I have e-commerce websites where I can post these t-shirt designs on my stores and I can make money off them. They're currently generating consistent traffic. So what can I do, right? So it gave me, indeed, these 50 different titles, right, for these products. Now, some of them, I'm just going to let you know right now, some of them are hit, some of them are miss. And I'm actually going to show you two examples in this video. One of them is going to be a hit, one of them is going to be a miss. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. The reason why I'm showing you the hit and the miss is because it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes you are wasting your time going after certain keywords. So you do want to do the research. All right. So let's use this hunter's heartbeat. It's the first one. Ideally, it could be a great concept for a t-shirt. And I'll just be honest between me and you guys, this hunter's heartbeat, what I would do for something like this is I would create a customized design. I wouldn't do like like those, and I'm just going to call it kind of like those weak designs with like one graphic, a little bit of text. There are different levels to designing, right? Some designs can be really, really, really good and almost look like those retro vintage like band type of designs. Like they could look really good like that. But then some of them could look, kind of mediocre, and I'll kind of show you what I mean by that. But anyways, I searched Hunter's design for a Google search, and there wasn't a single thing that came up, not even a single search. All the different keywords that happen to be related have nothing to do with like something that we can monetize off of or print on demand related. So nothing mentioned of t-shirts or products or anything of the sort, right? Hunter's heartbeat. To get a further look into what Hunter's heartbeat is, I just kind of went in here, searched some Google images, and this has literally nothing to do with anything print on demand related. I'm not even sure what it's about. Maybe it's a book, or maybe, I don't know what this is, a program. I have no clue. But we look here, we got a Shakespeare link, we got a Lionel Hartley link, maybe it's some sort of book. Yeah, so it's not clear as to what it is. I could read here. It says Hunter's Heartbeat is a book by Lionel Hartley, the chronicles 2 generations of professional hunting family in East Africa. The book was blah, blah, blah. All right, so basically, this is not a monetizable keyword, right, from a print-on-demand perspective. Now, I want to be clear. The concept of this shirt I could turn this into a really good shirt design. In fact, I could make it happen. If you guys want to see me create like an epic design with this word, and I might not even put the text in it, but I could make it look good, I could do that. But the problem is search demand. You guys know, I told you this before, with my Redbubble designs, on all my Redbubble stores, if I accumulate all the different traffic, 70 to 80%, or excuse me, about 70, I would say about 70 to 60% now, because we're doing more social media and things like that. But let's just say 70%, right, of the traffic is coming from organic, meaning somebody searching something on either the Redbubble platform or Google or something like that where we're getting sales. Now, keep in mind as well, we did the necessary marketing work beforehand to rank it upwards, so then we get that organic traffic. So it's not like the marketing is a requirement. It definitely helps. It just boosts things up. If you've watched my YouTube channel for a long time, then you know where I'm coming from when I say that. I think best case scenario, if you're a newer viewer, you should watch a lot of my older videos. I think just recently we surpassed 1,000 videos on this channel. But for a keyword like this or for a title like this, I can make an epic design, but I would have to realize that there is no search demand, right, for something like this. So what would it need? It would need interruptive marketing, right? So if I'm doing advertising, let's just say on Facebook or Pinterest or something like that, and I can target hunters and I can create a totally epic design that will show them this. That way I'll get sales. But I will not get sales if I just create a hunter's heartbeat design, I upload it to Redbubble. I'm not going to get anything. I'm not going to make any money. Okay, so keep in mind about that. So that's an example of a miss. The reason why I say it's a miss is because for most people watching this, I'm not trying to generalize, but most people watching this, they're looking for a system where they can find the keyword, go create the design, and then get sales off of it. The reality is that's completely possible, but you have to pick the right keywords. You guys know I went over this heavily in the Redbubble SEO course. But regardless, the whole point here is that this keyword from a SEO standpoint is absolutely a miss. It is not a hit. I can generate sales with this, but I could generate sales in the scope of me putting this design together as an epic design and then using other keywords to market it. That would be the concept. So is it a good idea to make this shirt? Maybe. It depends on the kind of traffic that you're getting, right? If you're getting traffic from social media, or if you have an influx of even organic traffic from your blog, which is huge. If you guys want me to show you how to create an actual blog that generates traffic on Google and send that traffic to your products, whether it be Redbubble, whether it be your own website, whatever the case may be, I can show you how to do that. But regardless, this is considered a miss from that kind of standpoint. All right, let's use a different example. So I have here an example called the Deer Whisperer, number 3. Now, this is a perfect example of a hit. Okay, the reason why is, firstly, what are we going to do? We're going to search it on Google. So before I even hit Deer Whisperer shirt, I just searched Deer Whisperer, and I had a feeling that there was something pretty, something familiar. And I actually saw this guy's shorts on YouTube. So it kind of made sense to me. Okay, Deer Whisperer, he talks to deer, etc. So then I thought immediately, I decided to search for shirt, right? And indeed, there are countless, well, maybe not countless, but let's say there's sub 100 deer shirts, Deer Whisperer shirts. I can look on Amazon. They exist and they do get sales. Now, do they get a lot of sales? The answer is no, they don't. You can see here this design that's number 1 on Google only has 2 ratings. So is it a huge niche? No, it's not a huge niche, but can it be a profitable niche? Absolutely. And like I said, for most people watching this, I'm not trying to generalize, but most people watching this, what are they looking for? They're looking for a keyword or a system that they can take that keyword, create a design off of the keyword, and then have the sales gradually come in. Assuming that they're not going to do any marketing, Instagram, things like that. So that's kind of important. But regardless, that it is what it is. So is it a hit? It's a hit. It's a hit. If you make designs for this niche, there's a good potential that you can make money. Now, sellers. So I can go over here and go to best selling and see what's selling the most. And we'll just take a second here. And so clearly this one is selling, Moose Whisperer. I guess I was wrong about the moose or meese. But I think if somebody's actively searching for Deer Whisperer, I think the deer ones are selling more. It just might so happen that these moose ones also happen to sell, which is interesting. It's interesting. It might even open up a new niche for Moose Whisperer. But regardless, you guys are seeing me do some tracking, like keyword tracking live here. And the interesting about all of this is, let me just go here to best selling, just curious. And okay, yeah, so there definitely is a market for this. But anyways, if you look at all these kind of designs, right, the reason why this is a hit, okay, if you haven't caught on already, is because this keyword is a hit, Deer Whisper, is firstly because there's a niche that actually exists. On some level, there's a niche that exists. There are some sales, there's some money to be made, right? There's other designs that people are uploading. It would not get to this point of 93 results with a low amount of it's not a low amount of accounts. There's different accounts here that are creating. Now, indeed, some of these accounts that are creating this kind of art are like copied over. So meaning like this, for example, designer girl, like this account created a bunch, but that doesn't mean the niche is not profitable. In fact, it is. There's different sellers. You have Bymelia or whatever her name is, Creativity Delight, Liz Bob, Sergey. You have different accounts that are creating these designs. Therefore, if there are different accounts making money off the same design, there's a niche there, right? Secondly, let's go ahead and head over to Google. If I search Deer Whisperer, right, there is some search traffic there. Even though it's dwindling downward, right, the downward dwindle is due to, like I said, that TikTok guy. So you got to kind of do the niche research on Google of why it's happening, kind of understand why it's happening. But I knew before I even searched for this keyword that it was a win because it just made sense to me. And you know how you get that intuition? You get it over time as you build more and more onto the brand, onto your business, creating more designs, creating a brand online. You get that more of an intuition. You kind of figure out what people want, what people don't want. Now, I searched for a Deer Whisperer shirt. There is no demand for a Deer Whisperer shirt. You could see here there's no searches or there's no predictability in the searches whatsoever. However, when we look at the Deer Whisperer or Deer Whisperer, it gets some decent searches, right? And even though it's trending downward, it's still, if we look even like, let's say a year or two before on the keyword, yes, it might have a trend upwards, but there must have been some sort of search demand previously for it to have a kind of market presence on Redbubble. And once again, guys, Redbubble is a micro economy. It's not going to be a complete economy. And what I mean by a complete economy is what? What is the largest I guess you can say distributor from the online perspective? The answer is Google. Google is by far the largest distributor. Google has billions of websites crawled, indexed, right, and sorted for viewers like you and me that we can perform a search and get search results and get our answers, get our products, get our search, get what we're looking for effectively. But Redbubble can do the similar thing, but on a much, much smaller scale. Even though Redbubble is a huge website, they got millions of products. I mean, I don't know how many it is now. It's definitely over 30 million, but 33 million, 33.5, approaching 34 soon. But the point here is that they are a smaller economy compared to Google, but they work similarly. People perform the search, the products arise. And that just goes to show that if there's sales that are already happening, which there are in this small niche, that means it's a niche that you can go ahead and dominate. And I've spoken about the domination strategy before, especially when you find a small niche like this, like Deer Whisperer, 93 search results. You can take a whole, let's just say 10 days, right? That comes out to about 300 designs, on Redbubble specifically, not even talking about your own website, not talking about Etsy, not talking about any of these other platforms that you can hop on as well, but 10 days you can create 300 designs and you can absolutely gobble up the marketplace. With 93 designs, you upload 300, right? That will be 393 total. Out of the 393, you own 78% roughly of all the different designs. That gives you, assuming that all the designs are created equal, a 78% chance to be successful in this niche. Now, you obviously need some creativity to create these 300 designs. You need to come up with different ways to make it happen, but you absolutely can do it. Nothing is impossible. If you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. But you can, control that niche from a design standpoint. But that's an example of a hit in terms of a niche. So like I said, the reason why I want to show this video is because you can use ChatGPT to sometimes step outside of the box, come up with ideas that maybe you have never thought of. But not all ideas are created equal, and that's why you got to be able to discern which ones are good and which ones are just a waste of time, or which ones require certain outcomes. And by the way, I'm not saying, I want to be clear, the first one, because not everybody watches the full video, the first one is not a bad concept, but it won't be good for the quintypical type of individual who uploads to Redbubble, which is, or Redbubble, and by the way, other platforms as well, but it won't work for the typical individual where they just create a design, they hope that it sells, they wait, and they hope it sells. You would need to bring traffic to you to make this design work, okay? Because traffic will not normally come to a design with this title, with this setup from a keyword standpoint. It just won't happen. People aren't searching for it. There's no demand for it, and it's not a thing yet. But you can turn it into a thing. There's many times where I had a design. I created that design. I created a brand around that design. I created a one-product store around that idea. And within 6 months to a year, that store was having its own search trends on Google. So it happens. It's just a matter of building it up. You're not going to build it up by creating designs, sitting back and waiting for it to happen. Obviously, there's marketing and things like that come into play, but you guys kind of get the concept. So hopefully this video helped out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out. Bye. All right. See ya.